slight niggle. The Alco Hitch LED isn't working. Doesn't really matter. The Alco Hitch, you can hear the Alco Hitch comes in, but you don't get an indicator light. So I'm going to replace the LED. You've got two pulley drive screws that you need to get out. That lifts up, and then you need to undo the nut, locking nut, and then you'll be able to pass the LED through the hole. And then you've got a connector here. Ours is actually, I don't know if you can see that, it has a tie wrap holding it a little bit further up. So I'm going to have to cut the tie wrap, then we can take the connector off, take it inside and change the LED. Here we are again. I bought a new LED. You can buy the cable, but they're quite expensive. I think they start around about £40. You can buy the LED for around about £5. I'll just show. So with a voltmeter set to the lowest diode range, across the LED one way, the LED should light up red, and the other way light up green, and be about 2 kiloohms. This one trying to hold everything. I'll take the glasses off so I can actually see what I'm doing. Doesn't light up. Doesn't light up either way. I think it's been repaired in the past, or it might be built like that, don't know. And I suspect there's some resistors in there, I don't know. We'll have a see. Easiest way is to cut it off. I've got some assorted pack of heat shrink, that will probably be the right size. It's going to be perfect. I think it's even got glue in. But if you haven't got any heat shrink, you can sometimes, we'll give this a try, it's not guaranteed to work. You can sometimes apply heat to the heat shrink and stretch it out with luring needles. Knitting needles, fairly fine knitting needles will work similar. So I'll fast forward through this bit because it may not work. If you split the heat shrink, you're stuffed anyway. So you can get it to come back. Apply heat. You've got to be a bit quick with your fingers because your gloves get warm, or wear gloves. And then you can expose the LED. Quite how the LED comes out of there. Oh, yeah, it will just pull out. So there's the LED. Just going to test across that, just in case, fingers crossed, you never know. It may just be an electrical connection further down the cable. So, one way, nothing. Across the other way, nothing. So, the LED has definitely blown. They've had some sort of silicon sealant, I think, in the end, just to protect it. There's some sleeving on, and then there is some, I think, small heat shrink sleeving. Might be able to pull that back as well. If you can get it to pull back, you can often put it onto it again. Just heat it up. So we'll just give it a whirl, see if we can pull them back as well. Just interest's sake. I've got the heat shrink, so I don't really need to do this, but give it a whirl. So there we go, we've even got the heat shrink back. These have small crimped terminals on. I haven't got any of those, I'm going to have to solder it. Crimped terminals are actually better, and as you can see, it is just sleeving on the legs of the LED. You have, on the new LED, there's a longer lead and a shorter lead. The longer lead is the positive. So the positive goes to the positive. Can you check that? Yeah, long leg, positive. I knew it was. There is also, I think, a flat. No, this doesn't. Some LEDs have a flat on the side which shows which is positive, which is negative. This is obviously a reversible diode. Going one way it's red, the other way it's green. So what I'm going to do is cut the wires off, solder this one on. As I said, there's crimped ferrules on this one, but I haven't got any crimps. So, pair of side cutters. I'm going to cut both sides because I want this sleeving for the new diode. So, cut the dodgy diode off. Cut the ferrules off right at the ferrule, so you're not losing so much. Pair of cheap and nasty strippers. To do the job. We'll see if that will tin up. Clamp. No, it's all round. That way it's tin, no problem, but this has some sort of, I think it's got sealant on it. Might have been silicone sealant to try and keep moisture out. Try not to breathe the fumes because they're not particularly good for you. eventually tinned up. Whether I can get that heat shrink back over, don't know, because the heat of the soldering has stretched the heat shrink back again. And it's melted the insulation slightly. Give it a whirl, eh? So we'll just pull those off. So that's the original one, which appears not to work. We'll try it again. We'll just try it again. Because it was a little bit black there. No, that's dead. It does have some resistance. It's not a complete short circuit, but it's not far off. And it ain't working. So we'll trim black and white and plain black. So I think we'll put the white on the positive. That's how it was before. So what we'll do is we'll just trim it. So then there's diode lead plus a bit, or rather, there's a little bit extending past the sleeving, or should be. So long lead is the positive. Short lead is negative. There we go. So we've got the sleeving on. We'll just trim them to the same length now, because we know that the long lead, the positive, is the one with the white stripe. The legs are probably pre-tinned, but I'll just tin them again just to be sure. And positive to positive. So you have to be able to hold it still. Well, the solder doesn't set. That's better. Those are soldered on. We'll try reapplying the heat shrink. If it don't work, I'll just unsolder it, put more heat shrink on. managed to get the heat shrink to cover the joints, so I'll just give it another heating, shrink it down. Then it's a case of trying to get this heat shrink back. Hopefully it will, otherwise we're going to have to take it all apart again. Right, it's split, but I can get new heat shrink over the top. So what we'll just do is strip the rest of this off. It should come off fairly easy because it's quite warm. There we go, so we got, there's a bit left there. So we've got the heat shrink off. As I said, this may already have been a repair. I'll just put the whole lot on. In fact, yes, we want it over there, don't we? So, push it on a bit further, all the way on, and then we'll locate the LED in there. Have a quick look. Bit difficult this. Pin to pin. No. LED's fallen off. Or rather the cover's fallen off. Yeah, so red. And green. So put that back on there and then put the heat shrink on and onto as far up the thread as I can. Pull the LED out, haven't I? Right, so you live and learn. Don't pull on the cable because it's not actually glued in. Just push the LED in and then I have to do a little bit, but there we go. Come on. That'll probably do. And then heat shrink it down. So that should now be watertight. We're alright. And then we'll just double check the LED is still working. Come on. Which it is. So I would say that's fixed. All I need to do now is connect it back to the Caravan. That's pushing up through the hole, that screws up onto the plate, plugs in. Bob's your uncle. So rather than 40 quid, spent about a £5. So like, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Cheers. Bye.